Hey everybody, Django here. Today we're taking a look at Simple Game Hosting, a Minecraft hosting service provider. Looks like they've got a great service. We're going to buy a server. We're going to set up a vanilla and a modded server to see how the whole thing works. So I'm going to do this so you don't have to, and you can see what it's all about. So stick around. First thing I take a look at when I go to a Minecraft hosting provider homepage are just a handful of things. First of all, of course, we want to see if there's a discount. We can get 25% off your first month. We want to take a look at the packages and the pricing. Here they are here. I generally go straight to the 8 GB server and compare that with others in my brain. And this is $40 per month for an 8 GB server, which is on the pricey side, but for a managed server hosting provider, you kind of get what you pay for, and we'll see if this is the case here. You're not only getting RAM, but you're also getting hardware, support, and for $40 a month, I expect all those things. I expect real-time support. I expect a great control panel, great features, and full control over my own server. I also like to take a look at the high end. They've got a 16 GB server for $58 a month. This is probably a pretty beefy server. So if you have a big community, want to play, this is probably the server you're going to go for. They do have a server RAM calculator that you can go through. They have a refund policy. You don't need to read through this, but here's the key right there: a 7-day money-back guarantee. They also have a page on their website that outlines all of the server locations as well as the hardware, which is really great. I think this is some pretty good transparency here. So you can see, scanning the list, we've got AMD Ryzen 5s through 7s. Xeons ranging from 2136s to 2388s. And the Ryzens range from Ryzen 5 5600 up to Ryzen 7s, and even Ryzen 9 7900. So there's a variety of servers here, and I assume you're going to get a higher performing server for the higher packages. If you're just running a vanilla modded server, you don't really need that beefy hardware, and you're going to pay less for that. For the higher end 8, 10, 16 GB servers, I'm expecting those to be running on the higher end Ryzen servers, 77 and 7900s. All right, let's head back to the homepage and let's get started and buy a server. All right, to buy a server, we go to simplegamehosting.com. I will put a link down in the description, so check that out and just click get started and we'll see what happens. All right, I'm going to buy an 8 GB server. I'm going to put a kind of medium-sized mod pack on here. Right now I'm playing Valhalla 6. I think I will put that on there if they've got it. So here is the order summary. I do get 25% off. We can go quarterly. I think that's a 10% discount if we go quarterly on that. Just give it a server name here. We can pick Bedrock or Java. That changes what's in this drop list. And we can pick a location. So here are the locations. I think Dallas, Texas is probably the closest to me. And we can choose, basically we can choose the platforms. Some hosts let you choose the actual mod pack that you want to install. This is plenty. We can always go in and change it later, no matter what you choose here. And it actually says right here, mod packs are installed in the panel. I'm going to start with a purpose server. We'll start with vanilla. Click continue. Just review our options, make sure, and go through the checkout process. All right, I'm going to go through this and I will see you on the other side. Okay, here we are. I just checked out with PayPal. And as is typical with Minecraft hosting providers, we need to go to our email. We're going to get an account created email. It's probably going to have our password for the control panel rather than the billing. We usually get 2 logins. So let's check our email. Yep, I actually got 4 emails. One is the email verification, which I will go through and do that. And the account created email has my username in it. So I think we need to click on this set up your account link in the email. Yeah, this is going to allow us to set up a new password. Okay, here we are in the control panel. Again, like with many Minecraft hosts, there are 2 different areas. There's the billing area, which looks like this. Use a billing login for that and a control panel login for this. And the control panel login is the one that we just got the username and reset it inside of our email. The billing username and password is what we set up while we were purchasing. So just going to keep those 2 things straight. There's generally a link, like this will link over to the control panel right here. Go to panel. So here's a link right here for that. And here we are in the control panel of our server. That kind of skipped straight ahead to that server. If I went back to the panel screen, click manage server, we get to the same place. Our server's all up and running. We set up a Purper server, so we're just going to test that out. And then we'll take a look around. I'm just looking around to see what kind of control panel software they're using here. This looks to me like Pterodactyl. Not that that really matters. It's a Pterodactyl server. You may be more or less familiar with one control panel over another. Pterodactyl is very customizable, so it doesn't look like other hosts that use Pterodactyl. Multicraft is the other big one that most Minecraft hosts use. So anyway, just a point of interest. Let's log into Minecraft and take a look. This is 1.21.1 server, I believe. I believe that's the latest Purper version. I don't know if it says it somewhere, but I am going to take a guess. Copy the IP address and port. Multiplayer, add server. You can see I'm running a 1.21.1. Minecraft client. Can we connect? Oh, yep, there it says it right down in the control panel, 1.21.1. We're in. Ping time looks good. Performance looks good. Okay, I'm going to resist playing, and we'll go back to the control panel here. And let's just take a look around and see what is here. There's a lot of help stuff, videos. Not surprising, given that the people who run Simple Game Hosting also run the Breakdown YouTube channel. I think that's where they got their start in the business. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, here's the control panel right here. Some good information about our server. Up here are all the different options that we're used to in Minecraft control panels. Here's the file manager. So we can upload worlds, manage files, add plugins and mods if we want to do that manually. I'm going to skip this one right here over to the SFTP. So this is interesting. They have SFTP instead of just FTP. I also think that's a Pterodactyl thing. It's just a more secure and more functional FTP client. You can actually send commands through your SFTP client. So if you want to manage this from your desktop through your FTP client, like WinSCP, you can. You can do that using these credentials right here. You have a backup screen. We can just click a button to create a backup. We can give it a name. We can ignore specific files and directories. We can lock it so we can't delete it. And I assume there's going to be daily automatic backups. Here's the server settings. We can edit a lot of the things that we can edit in the server properties file, which we could also just go in and edit that file directly in the file manager. We can add users, like if we have a friend we want to allow to come in and manage our server, we can do that. We can set up MySQL databases. That's cool. So here's schedules, create a schedule, and it uses standard cron format. And we can, what kind of things can we do here? Can we do a backup? Can we do a restart? Let's set up a server restart. Am I being dumb? Where do I put the actual command? I can see when it runs. New task. Oh, so we put a task. We click this new task button and we can do a backup, send a power action, or a Minecraft server command. So we could do a couple of these. Oh, we can put multiple tasks probably. So if we could do say restart, say server restarting, run. And we can add a new task to this. Okay, this is pretty neat. So then we can restart it, send a power action, restart the server, time offset in seconds, so 60 seconds after that. So there's how we set up a restart on a daily basis. This isn't daily. This is every, there we go, at 0. So at midnight, it's going to restart. Getting attacked, disconnect. And we can test it by clicking this run now button. So that's pretty intuitive and pretty powerful server commands. And a link over to the help system. All right. That is pretty much everything it looks like, other than setting up the mod packs and versions. So let's remove this and install Valhelsia. So the version manager, we can choose the type of regular server we want. And we did Purper when we signed up. And this just sets the Minecraft version. It can be any of these things. But we want to install a mod pack. And they've got a big list of, looks like all the popular mod packs. It's probably all the big ones on CurseForge. So let's search for Valhelsia. Here we go. I am playing Valhelsia 6 right now. Do the latest version and then click install. Some existing files may be deleted. Yes. While it's installing, I don't think I can click over to the console. Yeah, it's kind of locked on this running installer screen. Okay, and now we're back at the console. It did not start the server up automatically, which is fine. Change the message of the day. Let's just click start and see what happens. And this first startup is going to take a while because it needs to create a brand new world. Yes, it is definitely creating a new world, which is good. That's what I wanted. All right, here is Valhalla 6. Took a few minutes for that to load up. Click on multiplayer, add a server, put in the server address, and click play. Okay, here we are. Oh, pretty cool spawn right next to a Young's Better Temple. Okay, back in here again. One thing that I didn't remember seeing was where I can set up my own custom subdomain. Panel name, panel details, schedules. We looked at that. We looked at that. And we looked at this. Well, I don't see where I can do that. It's not a huge deal because you just copy paste the IP and port number. Let's check with tech support. See if we can get a nice quick answer here. All right, we have our answer with a really quick 1-minute response from tech support. So that is a really great thing that we can get live chat. It seems that you can't just set a custom domain, a subdomain in here like many hosts have. I could make it django.minecraftserver.gg or something like that with kind of default domains. I can set it up with my own custom domain. I could set up a server on minecraft.django.com, for example. So that's cool. All right. Well, I guess that's going to do it. I think we've been through everything. We set up a vanilla server. We set up a Valhalla 6 modded server. We even tested the tech support live and they did great. So definitely check out Simple Game Hosting. I'm going to test this server out with one of my multiplayer worlds and get some real life testing. So check the link in the description. I'm going to write a blog post that goes through all of this, and I will update it with any performance and any updates that I have as I continue to use the server over time. And that'll do it. If you do want to check them out, check out the link in the description, simplegamehosting.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I appreciate you.